I'm a big fan of the V6. We are officially in season 6 of Teddy Santis' partnership with New Balance as part of the Made in USA line. And in the last couple of years, we've gotten some pretty exceptional colorways on the newest member of the 990 family, the V6. And we just got 2 more colorways, and these are as clean as ever. In this video, I'll be reviewing both the 990 V6 and the Castlerock and the Sea Salt colorway. So both of these released officially on August the 15th, and they are currently available in a full size run at the time of me making this video on the New Balance website. So I will leave links to both these colorways in the description of this video. Not sure how the release went in North America. However, in Europe, it seems like only the New Balance website got these colorways for now, but they will be releasing at other stores about a couple of weeks from now. I am a bit confused about the pricing on these 2 shoes because in the US, this Sea Salt pair released for a price of $199 US, and this Castlerock pair released for $20 more, $219, and not sure why that's the case because neither of these are collabs. If anybody knows why the Castlerock pair is selling for a higher price, let me know down in the comments. And these 2 did release alongside the New Balance 993 in the Driftwood colorway, which I just dropped a review for. I will leave a link to that somewhere up here. And these 3 shoes were the first pairs to drop as part of season 6 of Made in USA, and in my opinion, they're probably the 3 best pairs in that entire collection. But let's start off with these shoes. We got 2 to talk about. So first, I'm gonna tackle this Sea Salt colorway. Even though we haven't seen this colorway on the V6 before, it does seem very familiar because we have seen this now on quite a few other New Balance models. We did see a Sea Salt 990 V3 as well as the 990 V2s had them at one point. And I did read somewhere that this particular pair was inspired by the YCMC collab with New Balance on the 990 V3. I can't verify if that's true, but it certainly does seem true just looking at the 2 shoes. If that is the case, then these pairs are quite a bargain considering the resale prices of those YCMC pairs. This colorway, I mean, if you are a fan of classic New Balance colorways, how can you really hate on this one? On these suede panels that go all around the shoe, it is done in this Sea Salt color, which I could describe kind of like a grayish white, and it is a very nice smooth suede being used here. The mesh panels that comprise the majority of the shoe, so on this pair they seem to be done in like a creamish tone, and then you have these dark gray leather panels overlaying it. The end logo this time is done in a classic gray color surrounded by a white leather outline. There are 2 different lace options that come with this pair, and I have put one on either shoe just to give you guys a look, and I think both lace options look great on these, to be honest, and they give the shoes very different types of looks. Personally, I would stick with the white laces for that super clean look, but the gray laces look pretty fire as well. They do match the end logo. Let me know in the comments which of the 2 lace options you guys prefer. Moving down to the midsole, a pretty clean midsole as well, comprised of cream, gray, and white. And this being a V6, of course it comes with that fuel cell midsole, which I am a huge fan of. I talked about this many times. This colorway on feet I think is just a super versatile pair. It's not just a fall sneaker, it's an all year round sneaker. It's a colorway that absolutely you will be getting a lot of use out of because of the neutral tones it can really bring together any outfit. You definitely don't need a how to style video for these because you can wear them with anything. It's a great looking shoe. I think if you are a fan of just the regular gray 990 V6s, then this is honestly just as good of an option, just as versatile. But now let's talk about the second pair, and I'm not gonna hide it, it's definitely my favorite of the 2 shoes in this video, and that is this Castlerock colorway. Any Game of Thrones fans watching this video? Wasn't Castlerock where House Lannister was from? Like Castle Rock or Casterly Rock or something like that. Anyways, getting back into the shoes. When I saw these shoes out the box, you know, the sneaker I actually thought of was the cream pair that came out last year. Not because they look similar, they really don't, but it's because both the cream pair and this Castlerock colorway are examples of just how good the V6 can look when you put the right colorway on it, because I think this Castlerock really looks spectacular on this model. I love the dark earthy gray that they've used here on all of the suede panels. It's definitely definitely not your classic New Balance gray, but this darker tone I think just contrasts so well with the rest of the shoe. And then you have these lighter gray mesh panels on the upper, and then you have this very clean looking white end logo surrounded by some light gray leather outlines. This is exquisite. Like I've said this before, Teddy Santis I think really does his best work for New Balance made in USA. I think the colorways he puts out for them are even better than the ones we see from the ALD New Balance collabs. And then interestingly, these shoes also come with this almost like a towel material on the inner lining. I believe this material is actually called boucle if I'm not mistaken. And this inner lining is really the only major difference when it comes to materials between this pair and the sea salt. So I'm wondering if that's the reason why this pair is $20 more. As much as I like this material and it does feel a bit more premium than the other V6s, because it's in that white color, I wonder if the more and more you use this shoe, it's going to start turning brown, which yeah, definitely I'm not a big fan of that. Moving down to the midsole, the majority of the midsole is done in this light tan brown finish, and then you got these hits of white and dark gray as well. One of my favorite things about this shoe also are the two different lace options, because I both think they look exquisite, and honestly both of them look really good. If I had to pick a favorite, I would go with this cream lacing. I think it just goes so well with that upper, but honestly I can't even fault the white one. They both look spectacular. Let me know in the comments, do you prefer the white or the cream laces, or would you just wear them like this, one of each? I don't even think that's a bad idea. If you've never worn a pair of V6s before and you've mainly just worn 990 V3s, V4s, or V5s, I think there is a pretty significant difference in terms of comfort when you upgrade or move up to the V6s. Because of that fuel cell technology, it's just a very nice, soft, cushiony feeling on feet, which personally I love. That is why the V6 is my daily beater. I wear my gray V6s basically every day. It is definitely a different feeling compared with previous classic New Balance models. I would say it's much more of like a bouncy type of feeling on feet. It doesn't feel as stable definitely compared to the previous models. If that's something that's really important to you, then maybe you won't really like this feeling on feet. And when it comes to sizing, I do wear my true size in these, which is a US 11, and that is the same size that I wear in all other classic New Balance models. It doesn't matter which one, 992s, 993s, all of the 990s. I go true to size in all of them. A lot of people have said that the 990 V6 does feel slightly more narrow on feet, which I do agree with. It's a bit more narrow and a bit longer on feet, so I think it's gonna fit everyone differently. Some people say they go half size down in these. I would say go with your normal New Balance size. If you wear a half size down in all of the other classic New Balance models I mentioned, then you'll fit the same in these. I really don't think you need to go up half a size in these, because then I just think it would be very long in the toe box. If you are a wide footer, I still think true to size should fit you fine. Overall, both the Sea Salt and Castlerock colorways, two really excellent versions of this 990 V6. If you were a bit on the fence on the 990 V6, then either of these colorways, because of how nice and neutral they are, I think they're a good first entry into this model. The Castlerock one for me is definitely one of the best ones to drop so far from the V6. Maybe we might get lucky and these two colorways will go on sale, because pretty much every sneaker is going on sale nowadays. I wouldn't put my money on it, especially not the Castlerock pair. But either way, with both these shoes, you're getting super versatile colorways that you're gonna wear all the time. Very, very good comfort. So it's just really everything you would need in a shoe. So yeah, I definitely recommend both of these. If this is your first time on the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to make this your go-to place for all things sneakers. Follow me on Instagram as well. That's where I am the most active, and I'm dropping outfit inspiration pretty much every day on there. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and for supporting my channel. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.